Well, it's happy birthday to us. CT now turned 16 today, and seems like it was just yesterday when we started doing our shows together.
Yeah, I mean 16 years and soaring 16 indeed. 16 years of twists and turns, peak and turfs. The channel, in a sense, was born with a view and with a vision, and what we've seen actually in the last 16 years is the turn of the economy, the rise of India, the comeback of a retail investor, digitization, Jam Trinity. We've seen it all. So last 16 years have been nothing short of extraordinary for Team ET Now, and a big thank you for our viewers for trusting us. Our promise is simply resting on three pillars: integrity, innovation, and intelligence. And that is what the story of ET Now is, that we've been part of capturing every moment, every aspect, every move, and every nuance of Indian economy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a celebration of conviction, clarity, compounding, only on ET Now's 16th anniversary as we mark over a decade and a half of tracking India's rise. We bring you market makers who've not just seen cycles but even shaped them. We've got Sandeep Tandon coming up in just a few minutes from now. We'll have Madhusudan Kela, Prashant Jain, Ramdev Agarwal, Mark Mobius, Radhika Gupta and more to decode these uncertain times and how the next 16 perhaps are going to actually turn out for the equity markets. From the next multi-bagger themes to where smart money is flowing, we will get you the best corporate voices whose shares have scaled more than 100x in the past decade, while our experts share their ideas on which could be the next 100x stocks. Now, this is the ultimate destination for wealth creation and wisdom, so stay tuned to ET Now as you have for the last 16 years. And yeah, what all has happened in the last 16, right?
It's the rise of India. I mean, the theme of ET Now, that in a sense has really symbolized what's happened in the last 16 years. The twists and the turns, the peaks and the turfs, they're always at play. But what has happened in the last 16 years are some basic fundamental changes, and that in a sense has brought India back to what could be called as an enviable but a pedestal positioning, a pedestal opening where we are the fastest growing large economy in the world. We have a throbbing financial market now. The size of the economy in last 16 years has gone from 1.5 trillion to nearly $4 trillion. The comeback in the stock markets by what could be called as the arm niveshak, the SIP culture, the advent of great digital brands, the spirit of entrepreneurship, and that all has happened at a time when the world had to deal with COVID. We had to really adjust to what could be called as the 2008 financial crisis syndrome. And then, in a sense, there were a lot of fundamental changes which have happened at the economy level, at the market level. So last 16 years, some would say, may look like a big number, but ultimately what matters is that it's not the last 16 years, it's the next 16 years. And there's every reason to believe that this path of this whole path of grandeur for Indian economy, I think, is real. And one big success story in the last 16 years, frankly, is Sandeep Tandon. He's walking into our studio. I mean, from an unknown brand to a powerhouse in the mutual fund industry. That's India for you, and that is the success of what the economy has achieved.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I was just looking at what the markets have also done in the last 16 years. I mean, think of it. The Nifty alone has given you a 478% return. Not just that, I was just looking at the returns that some of these stocks have made in the last 16 years, and it's a bunch of all large caps as well as, mid caps in there. Bajaj Finance alone has given you a 618x return in the last 16 years. There's been Ajanta Pharma, there's been Astral, there's been Uno Minda, Eicher Motors, which has given you 173x return. And just the kind of stats and figures as well, Nikunj, from what Demat accounts count was back in 2009 at just 1.7 crores to now 20 crores. The way the market capitalization of both BSE and NSE has turned out, the way the equity AUM participation for mutual funds has been.
It's what we've done in the first 60 years of the post-independence era, we've done much more than that in the last 16 years. That's the story of India for you, and that is where I think ET Now, in a sense, has really been committed in capturing every move and every nuance of the stock market. Now, frankly, if you ask me, the real success story has been the JAM Trinity, which in a sense really, the foundation of which was laid on Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and digitization. Then you've got the stock market, a vibrant stock market. For 16 years ago, Indian stock markets were important, they were relevant, but now they are important. Rise of retail investor, big entrepreneurship, super global brands which have got created, the startup vibe, the fact that India has emerged as the third largest economy in the world now, that in a sense has really been the turn moment for Indian markets. The economy has become strong, the economy has become robust, there is belief in the entrepreneurship, and there is a big change in terms of the administration, policy making, the policy of the current administration. Everything in a sense has come together. So last 16 years you've been series of factors, Aisha, which have come together, and you would say 16 years ago, if I had a time machine, I would say this is how beautiful dream would look like. And I simply wake up my eyes after 16 years, and I think today we are living the dream. What we thought was a dream 16 years ago, I think today is a reality.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look where we've come, or look how far we've come, and there's just so much more to go as well. But the one thing that has not changed in 16 years is Sandeep Tandon's denims. That's